its motor. It's insane. Hello, my Rover friends. Today I'm going to review the new Defender OCTA. This one's going to be a little bit different. It's not a press car. It's not a dealership walk around, as you can tell. I actually own this car. I signed on the dotted line, put my cold hard cash down, and today I'm going to review it and we're going to decide, did I get fleeced or is this the new King of the Hill Defender? Cue the intro. First things first, we have to address the way the OCTA looks. These flares are magnificent. They widen the vehicle. They give it an even more aggressive stance than the standard Defender. You know there's something special about this car when you see it. But there's tons of detail on the OCTA that you don't have on the other models. So let's take a look at those and then we'll move to the inside. The new grille bumper front face is really nice on the car. Much larger to allow more airflow to keep this monster cool. And a side effect of the new bumper is the intake right here next to the fog light. I really like that they extended that port. It just gives it a special look. We can't move away from the bumper until we talk about the 3 yellow lights. I'm not a fan. Maybe it'll grow on me. I do like that it sets the OCTA apart instantly, even at night, so there's that advantage. I don't know, am I gonna get a bunch of hate mail on this? Maybe. I'm gonna pass on those lights, but we're gonna focus on the amazing. The lettering for Defender is done in chopped carbon. Absolutely love that. We have more chopped carbon up here on the wings or the fenders. Moving on to the side, the fender flares themselves actually have a little fender flare. If you look right in here, you can see it. Gives the car an even more aggressive look when you're standing next to it. Moving down to the air intake, this one's done in chopped carbon. There's one on the other side, it's a V8, so it is drawing air in from the left and the right. The lettering, you'll notice, is in gold. The caliper up front is in gold. They did not do the calipers again in the rear, similar to the V8 that were done in blue. I don't know why. My guess is that the Brembo caliper up front is done in an aluminum, and in the back it's a cast, so they probably couldn't get the colors to match perfect. That's just me guessing. If anybody out there in internet land knows, please let me know why they have chosen only to do the front calipers. But again, the gold's gonna follow through the whole car. Up front, there's tow hooks in gold, and the rear. Moving farther down, let's take a look at the gas door. They've actually made the new door shaped like the fender flare. It is not a stick-on, it is a piece of molded plastic, and for some reason it is incredibly fun. The flare in the back has an extended flare. Again, boom, you're getting a lot more aggressive look the closer you get to the vehicle. And I love this little OCTA logo. I think underneath the diamond is stone. It's got a texture to it. I can't figure it out. I've got an email into them to see if this is a stone piece that they put it in or is it just the molding on the plastic. I want to scratch it with my knife, but then I'll have a scratched logo and that'll make me nuts. All right, come on, let's take a look at the back. The standout feature in the back is the quad exhaust. They've stuck with this square design everywhere and it really works for the vehicle. You can see they followed up top here in the little pocket area of the rear bumper. All the little squares matching the tail lights. And in the top section here, you have 3 marker lights completing the look of the OCTA. All right, before we move inside, let's talk about the 22s. The reason I went with that option instead of those super cool OCTA wheels is the performance is reduced because the tires cannot handle the top speed of the vehicle. So Land Rover has to reduce the performance if you choose the Octa wheels and the off-road tires. I happen to be in an off-road company, so we got plenty of wheels, we got plenty of tires. I went with the 22s, that way we had every ounce of performance available in the machine. And if we decide to take it to a drag strip or somehow get it on a racetrack, we can put the 22s on and see what it does there. Okay, let's go inside. The spec I went with is the Edition 1, and the reason I chose that one is it is littered with chopped carbon. These are not seats, they are art. Different inside the Octa compared to the standard Defenders is this start-stop button ring. It is done in black along with the volume button. The temperature and seat buttons are like a dark chrome. Just something a little bit different. The Octa also has the new, oh, there's my gap tool, has the new secret cubby tray. Love that. The door cards also receive the black chrome strip on the bottom. The door handles are different, and the speaker covers are done in a darkened black color that looks almost metallic. Same thing for the rear door cards. We've got the chrome on the bottom and on the handle grab. Also, the seat and temperature buttons are done with the dark chrome ring. Moving to the back, my favorite thing is this new scuff plate. It is metal and it is built directly into the bumper. Up above the scuff plate is a stainless steel scuff plate in the cargo area. Nice touch, they etched Defender into it. That's pretty much all the little details that I noticed. I've only had it for a week. Now let's get to the fun stuff. Let's get inside, have a look at Octa mode, and take this for a drive. Aside from the seats, the steering wheel is my favorite new interior feature. It has the upgraded paddle shifters. They've got these clear, crystal looking tips at the end, and inside the center of the wheel is the Octa button. When you hit the Octa button, that is the equivalent of putting the car in dynamic mode. All right, let's fire this up, have a listen to the exhaust, and hit the road. Not bad at all. I wish the motor wasn't limited to 4,000 RPMs when you were revving it in park, but that is the world we live in. Let's get this thing on the road. The first thing you notice when you get into the Octa is it is sitting up higher than the standard Defender L663. For you guys that have modified your cars, I would equate it to having a 1-inch lift and some 33-inch tires, and that's just about what they did. How they did it is a little bit different. They've transformed the suspension into the 6D suspension. So what that is in a nutshell is the suspension is now using airbags and hydraulic dampers. So as you pile into a corner, it is filling that hydraulic damper up, stopping the car from pitching. And that is it's witchcraft. I got on the throughway, there was 2 miles with this thing, and I went around the corner like I'm doing here, and the car is staying flat. I don't know how they accomplished that, but God, good job on them. Other thing that they've upgraded is the brakes. You remember those big gold calipers up front? Well, I'm here to tell you they work. We're gonna come into this little division, and that's a lot of noise. There's some gear back there. But yeah, you hop on the brakes, the vehicle comes to an immediate stop. The tires are not sliding. It's just boom, stop, and it stays level with that 6D suspension. Very impressive. When the Defender is in Octa mode, it changes the screen to red. It also gives you a power output chart and a G meter. And that brings us to the final thing that sets this Octa apart. Its motor. It's insane. I'm coming from a V8, which isn't slow by any means, the standard 5-liter supercharged. This 4.4 twin turboed is wow. Let's start at wow and work our way up. Everybody buckle up. All that camera gear, I hope you're holding on to something. That was 0 to 60 to 0. What a ride. The torque output in this car is insane. I'm lost for words at how well a big, heavy car like this performs. The 0 to 60 time, less than 4 seconds, nuts. And we're doing that in the lap of luxury and comfort. Well, my Rover friends, it's time to decide. Did I get fleeced? Well, they delivered on the exterior, the wide flares, the height, the aggressive look. They nailed it. This car is amazing. It is a presence. It's heavy in the streets. When you see it, you know it's special. It has the motor to back it up. The motor's insane. Like, how is this in this car? Crazy good. The suspension, next level. Look, like, everything just stays flat. Did a great job on the suspension, and we're sitting in the lap of luxury. Yeah, on road, the Octa delivers as promised. Next, we're gonna get it off-road and see if it's got what it takes there. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow for more Rover content.